Welcome back to IGN Live at Comic-Con. I am here with Douglas Booth, Bella Heathcote, and Matt Smith, and you guys are here to talk about Pride and Prejudice and zombies.
Yes, we are.
We are.
I love stuff like this where it's so self-explanatory but leaves so many things begging to be asked about. This was based on a very popular book, and now it's going to be probably a very popular movie. Can you give me the rundown?
Well, yeah, I mean, the clue is in the title, Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies. And I think, it's going to be fun. You know, we have the quality and the strength of that really central love story. And what does Pride and Prejudice need? Probably some zombies, yeah. And that's what we've done.
And I love this because I'm sort of familiar with I'm familiar with Jane Austen, but I didn't really do my English homework, so I don't know the kind of the twist in terms of the story. I know James Darcy's in there somewhere, Mr. Darcy, and is it James Darcy? That's totally wrong. Didn't do the homework. Yeah, Mr. Darcy. But like, who do you guys play, and what's the kind of relationship there? And then where do the zombies come in?
I'll start at the end and I'll come back. So I think the zombies come in. Why I found this movie really interesting when I read the script was it wasn't just a zombie picture from someone being chased from A to B. It was like, how will these upper classes survive? Like, how will people go on living their lives they want to? How will they keep all their traditions alive? And how will that original tale that so many people know, maybe not you, but so many people do know, how will that be affected by just the most bizarre set of circumstances, zombie apocalypse? And that's what I found really interesting. And then after that, I play Bingley, which...
my lover.
Basically her lover, lucky man, look at that, so yeah. And Matt plays...
I played Parson Collins, who is the parson, would you believe? Yeah. And it was... I think what was really wonderful about it, actually, is that it sort of just felt like making a film with a lot of your friends. We all got on really well, and that was one of the real virtues of the process for me.
That's lovely.
Yeah, it's fantastic, and we're all... It's nice to come and do the press together.
It's an incredibly silly premise.
Yeah.
What was the tone like on set, and then kind of in the final product? I mean, is it really kind of commit to it, or is it sort of like tongue in cheek?
No, it's because it's all played straight, which is why. Because the thing about Pride and Prejudice is it's kind of tongue in cheek, but we played it straight, and it just works. Because I didn't know how these two things could marry, but somehow it's kind of just like. You've got your vegetables, but you've got a bit of candy with it. You know, it works really well.
And like Burr, our director, says, it's not camp. You know, he says there's no like winking at the camera.
Well, I'm a bit camp.
Yeah.
But
You can be.
But the big wink is that there is no wink. Do you know what I mean? And
Okay.
They play it straight.
I think that's kind of the important thing, is really to not seem like you're phoning it in, to really sort of just actually commit to it. How was it kind of doing? You're doing period piece costuming, but also I'm guessing gory special effects makeup in there too. Which one of you guys got weird stuff glued to your face?
this one is the one
Me.
that gets to do all the killing and the fighting. And
I was like, I don't have anything on my face.
No. But what's cool actually about the film is that it's the girls that get to be the arse kickers.
Yeah.
You know, and the men in the film sort of slightly.
Sort of slightly not as good at it.
Yeah,
rescue.
Apart from Sam, who plays Darcy, is pretty
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
It's amazing. It's one of the most amazing
Sexy.
shots for me for the movie. There's this great shot where the girls come into like this sort of big ball.
Meriton.
Meriton ball, and there's zombies sort of attacking from all directions, and they sort of fan out into this V formation, and they're all in their period costumes and sort of look normal for a second, but then from all sort of different places they bring out knives, sort of all sorts of different weapons, and they just kind of slay the whole room. It's pretty kick-ass and amazing.
But none of us are zombies, so none of us have any special effects makeup.
No, that's good. I mean,
Sadly not.
might spoil it. What kind of weaponry are we dealing with here? You got knives and swords. Are there muskets, or is it
Yeah.
Oh, all of the above.
homemade stuff?
Knives, muskets, swords.
Even
You had a bomb.
Oh, I had some sort of like early form of grenade at one point.
Yeah.
But even the girls, they would kill zombies with like their hairpins. You'd pull like
Like
hairpins
heel
out
of
your
a
head
boot
yeah.
is pretty
through the
good.
head. Yeah.
Basically anything can be a weapon.
That's so weird. How much of the kind of the period, the foofy British stuff paired with the
Foofy British stuff.
apologies paired with, but then you've got zombies running around.
That
what's
tonal,
what's the balance? How
it's
much
quite an
candy,
odd
how much
mash.
vegetables?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's a good question, and I think actually that's one of the challenges of a film like this, is to judge that tone well, because you've got to feel like by the end of the movie, we've got to really want the proposal to happen between Liz and Darcy, and that story, that central love story is so important. But also, you've got to feel frightened, and I think that's one of the challenges with a film like this.
Have you guys seen the finished product?
No.
Have you
I
seen
have.
kind of working product? Okay. Is
Yeah.
it scary?
Did you see the finished cut? I haven't
No,
seen,
not the finished
I haven't
product.
seen anything. I
I've
think
seen
you've seen a
some
rough
sort
cut.
of cobbled together of almost the finished product. Yeah, there's some really scary moments. But the thing about it that's so great is you care about all the characters and you want them to be okay, and you care about the love story. So the zombie thing, it's just more pressure, and you're more worried about them, that they're going to be okay in spite of all these terrible
Raises the stakes.
circumstances. Yeah, it raises the stakes. So, but there are some definitely pretty scary moments. It's got a bit of gore, definitely.
Now, I think it's interesting because Pride and Prejudice. It's Jane Austen's been around quite a while, and it is again self-explanatory. And like, what do your parents make of this? Because they're familiar with part of the premise. Do you get people who are like offended that it's bastardizing classic literature, or are people kind of just like, okay, let's see where this goes?
I think people have been reworking classic literature since classic literature began. Do you know what I mean? That's just part of the course, and it's just amazing that for some people it will bring Pride and Prejudice to a new audience. For some people it will bring people that aren't into sort of genre movies or go and see a zombie film into this. It's kind of brings people together, and I think, I think it's just a really good script, and I just can't wait for people to see it. It's quite tonally hard to understand until you go and see it, and then it makes sense. So I advise you all to go and see the movie.
That's very cool. When can people go see it?
February 5th.
February 5th.
We really need
5th, I believe.
We
Yeah.
need to make sure we get
There's
this
been
right.
a couple of different dates thrown around today, but we think
I
it's
think
February 5th.
Sometime in February next year.
Excellent. Well, that sounds like it could be a very good Valentine's Day movie.
Exactly.
And if things go wrong, then there's some violence there to keep you.
Exactly.
satiated.
Yeah. Girls and boys are happy.
Thank you guys so much for coming by. We have more Comic-Con coverage coming up real soon, so don't go anywhere.